Bachar Kouatly was the first French chess player to become a grandmaster. He holds a master's degree in political science and energy economics and is former president of the French Chess Federation. He is now FIDE deputy president and the creator of the Vote Chess program for Orsay. And David Ros is precisely the mayor of Orsay, which is like the French Silicon Valley, let's say it like this. But not only that, he is also a doctor in physics and a professor of the University of Orsay. He has been the mayor of the city since 2008 and vice president of the urban area of Paris-Saclay, in charge of research and innovation. And the point here is that chess is an educational tool in all schools in Orsay. And both of them are going to explain how is this working, because this is, of course, a very important project. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Leoncio. Thank you very much. I'd like first to present a bit David. David is, of course, chess passionate, but he is still a professor in physics in the University of Orsay. And just to give a little insight, I was a chess player a long time ago. I organized the match Kasparov-Karpov party in Lyon. And since 10 years, I am really focused on education and chess, because I believe very much that this is a very important thing. So we will talk about the development, what we did in Orsay. I think David will explain what happened. And this is an experience of 9 years. It started in end of 2012, beginning of 2013. And so we will try to show practical experience over a long period of time, and with this vote chess that David will start to explain.
Thank you, Bachar, and thank you, Judit, for your invitation. So first, let me explain you the context. So as said Bachar, I'm the mayor of Orsay since 2008. So Orsay is a city with 70,000 people, 20 kilometers in the south of Paris. And Orsay is very well internationally known for its university, and I'm a professor in this university. Orsay is also included in the Paris-Saclay urban area, that is the Silicon Valley à la française, and it includes 27 cities and roughly more than 3,100 people. So the question is how it began the chess in Orsay. So the first thing is that I was a former chess player, and as you know, for most of you, once you touch the chess, you never stop it. So I have the opportunity to meet Bachar Kouatly. I know that it was the first grandmaster in France, so we discussed about the possibility to try to introduce chess in the school. And we have also the support. It's very important in France to have the support of the National Education Inspector to be able to introduce it in the school. So since the beginning, we had the chance to have this support. Then we began in 2013 with both in the classroom, the school teacher and a chess teacher. And it's very important to success to choose a quality for the chess teacher. And as Bachar know him, we asked Marc Kenéen, that is a very famous pedagogical chess teacher in France, to include the city and to be involved in the development of chess in school. And at the beginning, so almost 10 years ago, we begin with what we call the CM2, that is the pupil at the primary school already at 10 years old. So that was the beginning. And then we developed it during 9 years. So I now give you the main key performance indicator, and to explain you the specificity of what we did in the vote chess operation. So concerning the development of the chess, we have in Orsay 3 schools. that approximately it's 1,000 pupils. They are aged from 5 to 10, and we developed the chess in school from 2013 to 2016. And as you can see on the graph, we reach to touch all the pupils, all the classes in 2016. So that means that every year 1,000 pupils are involved in this operation. And you can see here that we have a partenariat collaboration with the National Education for learning in all classes room each year. So we have to have a special document. It's right in French, but just to explain you that we have to demonstrate it, the teacher that will be involved, the number of the hours, the goal of the teaching, and the final objective that it's just on the right bottom of this transparency is to explain what is the vote chess and the game versus mayor. And we have also some results that we are quite proud. We are primary school French champion the last 4 years. So the most important things that we develop in Orsay, it's what we call the vote chess, and in French it's partie majoritaire. That means that, as you know, in the classroom we have roughly 30 kids, and the idea is to play a game between the class and the mayor. So they play one move per session, and I go in the class to finish the game against the class. So the vote of the children, it's based on the selected move. They propose between 5 and 10 moves, it depends on the session. Then they decide without discussion what move they want to play. And after, with the chess teacher, they analyze and they justification, they made a justification of the selected move with the of course the chess teacher, but after the vote. And for the elder children, we also use digital support to explain them statistics and use of the different numerical digital system. So after this, we would like to talk about the feedback of the different actors. And the previous speaker said, what do the pedagogue say? And he showed a very interesting sentence. Here we have decided to make some video about different people that were involved in this operation since the beginning. And we will begin by the first one. This is Mr. Guy Farid. He's the director of one of the 3 schools of Orsay. So please, let's go to the video number 1.
C'est valorisant parce qu'il y a quand même une image autour des échecs, c'est un peu intellectuel. Voilà. C'est pas n'importe qui joue aux échecs. Et là, justement, les échecs, ils s'ouvrent à tout le monde. Et ça paraît très facile de jouer aux échecs. Au préalable, on avait l'impression que c'était très compliqué, c'était réservé à une élite. Eh bien, pas du tout. En fin de compte, on s'en aperçoit. Et dans les écoles, dans les classes, tous les enfants jouent sans exception aux échecs. Et dès qu'il y a un enfant qui arrive d'une autre école, il est tout de suite pris en charge. Et tout de suite, dès la première journée, il réussit à jouer. C'est assez remarquable. En une journée, ça y est. On a compris les règles. Et ce qui est intéressant aussi aux échecs, c'est qu'on peut faire jouer tout le monde selon leur niveau. Tu gagnes ton match, tu vas rejouer contre un autre qui a gagné. Hop. Et tout le monde, peu à peu, va rencontrer des gens qui sont de leur niveau. Et ça, c'est plaisant. Il n'y a pas de défaite cuisante. Non seulement on va très vite jouer avec des gens qui ont son niveau, on va pouvoir progresser très rapidement. Et pareil, si on est battu, voilà, on rebat les cartes aussitôt et on repart sur une autre partie. C'est très très intéressant et c'est relativement rare, me semble-t-il. On a un certain nombre d'élèves qui sont très compliqués à évaluer, c'est-à-dire qu'ils produisent très peu. Et on a souvent du mal à se faire, entre guillemets, une idée sur eux. Et on a du mal, des fois, à déceler là où ça ne va pas. Et justement, ces enfants, dans le cadre des échecs, on s'aperçoit qu'ils sont très performants souvent, qu'ils comprennent très bien les règles, qu'ils se mettent tout de suite en action. Et donc souvent, c'est rassurant pour l'enseignant. rassurant pour la famille et rassurant pour la relation entre l'enseignant et l'enfant. Le regard de l'enseignant sur l'enfant qui est en échec, il est quand même il est important. Et là, de voir l'enfant en réussite, ça donne un autre aspect à la relation enseignant-enfant. Et souvent, c'est un facteur très déclencheur pour la réussite de l'enfant et la réussite de la relation enseignant-enfant. Ça, c'est vraiment ce petit faisceau de lumière qu'on va mettre sur un certain nombre d'enfants grâce aux échecs et qu'on va avoir la possibilité de mettre en valeur et de mieux évaluer. On va les conduire vers la réussite souvent par ce parallélisme entre l'école traditionnelle et l'apport des échecs. Donc les échecs, évidemment, il y a un lien très proche avec les compétences qui sont travaillées, en particulier dès le plus jeune âge. C'est pour ça qu'on a élargi le projet au CP. Et moi, je suis partisan de l'élargir même aux grandes sections maternelles. Tout le travail sur la maîtrise de l'espace, autour de la géométrie, de la symétrie, du raisonnement, de la maîtrise du temps. Donc il y a beaucoup d'éléments qui sont en lien avec les compétences qu'on travaille, en mathématiques en particulier, et évidemment tout l'aspect savoir-être également. Personnellement, depuis l'ouverture du projet des échecs, j'ai jamais vu un enfant récalcitrant aux échecs. Un élève qui dit non, moi ça m'intéresse pas, je ne joue pas. Ça n'est jamais arrivé. Même un enfant qui venait d'une autre classe, d'une autre ville et qui n'avait jamais joué de sa vie, j'ai jamais vu un aspect répulsif sur les échecs, jamais. Le cérémonial, ça me rappelle un peu les sports de combat entre guillemets. Dans l'aspect respect de l'adversaire, respect de l'arbitre, respect des règles. On a touché sa pièce, le coup est joué. À la fois les qualités pédagogiques, par le jeu, par l'expérimentation, ça c'est capital, c'est-à-dire qu'on va prendre des décisions. Alors souvent on les prend seuls, parce qu'on joue des parties, mais ce qui était intéressant aussi dans les parties de classe contre monsieur le maire, c'est qu'on prend des décisions tous ensemble. Et ensuite on va tous voter. C'est celle de la majorité qu'on va prendre. Et c'est des aspects qui sont quand même assez rarement développés à l'école. Et donc ça donne quand même un éclairage nouveau et puissant, qui aide beaucoup les élèves et qui aide aussi la communauté éducative en son ensemble.
This director didn't know the rule of chess before the beginning of the experiment. So the second video will be by a teacher of the second school that was involved also since the beginning, and especially with the primary school French champion in 2018 and 19. So please to go to the second video.
Hello, I'm a primary school teacher and I've had chess lessons in my class for 9 years now. And I always found it very, very interesting. It's a very positive thing for the children, for the teacher. I've never found one child who wouldn't like chess. What is very interesting is that they start in my class when they are 6 and they carry on every year until they leave the school, which means that at the age of 10, 11, they have a rather good level and they enjoy it very much. They like the way the teacher sets the rules. You have to be quiet, you have to sit down properly, to respect your friend, who's not your friend but your opponent in a way, and you have to respect the time they take to play, to be quiet, to respect the way they concentrate. It's amazing when the teacher comes in, explains, and then when they start playing, you have these 28 children just quiet and concentrated and no noise in the class, which never happens again during the day. So that's a very good moment for as a teacher, and I just can observe them or play with some of them. Last year I started chess in December, the beginning of December. For Christmas, I think about half of the class asked a chessboard for Christmas. And I also had parents writing. We had to learn how to play because they wanted to play all the time at home. So it's really a way to make a link with parents, with grandparents, really positive for many, many reasons. That's a very good experience for teachers. When I say it's time for French or it's time for history, okay, some of them are happy, some of them are not. And when I say it's time for chess, or the schedule says chess, every child is, way, it's time for chess, and they love it. They get quiet when the teachers come in. It's magic for chess. That's really, they all love it. And even children who are in difficulty, they may find it difficult to play, but they like the relation, the way to play by pairs, to have to think, it's rational, and they feel that they improve from one lesson to the other, because as we are just starting in my class, the teacher does not give all the rules at first they start having with 2 or 3 different pieces to move, and then we add little by little. And when they finally get with the last piece and they have all the pieces on the board and they can play like adults, they are so happy. They ask when it's not time for chess, can we have 10 minutes, teacher, and we could play chess in the class, or just do a little bit of chess. And I have to put in the back of my class a chessboard, and they can write their names, and when they have time, when they finish their work, they can come and play quietly by pairs, just on their own. And well, they really love it. I couldn't say anything else.
So now we have to summarize about the experiment.
So just to say, I mean, what was said in a perfect way just before, again, for the concentration matter, for the calculation, the reasoning, for the algorithm, which is hypothesis, justification, verification, for developing the space geometry capacities, and also, as was very well said, for the social skills. In fact, by doing this experiment, we have been able to see that it works very well, and we have started again in other cities, and it works very, very well. Everywhere it happens in France. When they start it, they continue, the kids are happy, and so in fact, we can see that chess and education work very well.
So for the point of view of the mayor, as I explained you, the children are happy. The teacher are happy. When the children and the teacher are happy, the family, the parents are happy. When the parents are happy, the voters are happy. So finally, the mayor is happy. More seriously, I mean that is very exceptional return on investment for mayor, because honestly, I never think that we have so many people will join chess and will like chess like in this experiment. So for me, it's very an exceptional chess pilot education experiment. Là, I'm talking in terms of professor of the university, and is also a kind of appealing product to enhance the school education and enrich teaching methods, as it was said before. And I will finish with the last video, that is Cédric Villani, that is the deputy of our area. It's the Fields Medal in mathematics, and he talk about the connection between mathematics and chess very shortly. So please, let's do the video number 3.
Les jeux d'échecs dans ce contexte, par rapport à l'enseignement mathématique, ben, ça peut être un produit d'appel pour essayer, pour participer à la concentration, à l'attention, pour développer pour les jeunes des stratégies de réflexion logique et raisonnée. C'est aussi intéressant le jeu d'échecs parce que vous essayez naturellement, spontanément des choses, et puis on peut vous corriger.
So learn by mistake. So now we are going about main perspective. So next year it will be, we want to celebrate at Orsay the 10-year anniversary of the Vote-Chatting School.
And of course, it happens now in several cities in France, because the fact of creating this vote chess is a fact of accepting the democracy, because they vote, they suggest a move. It might not be the best, but at the end, then the move that is chosen by the class is the one played with the mayor. And in fact, we created some kind of Zorro game, because the kids are playing with Zorro. The mayor who is there, who is in charge of the city, of the 17,000 inhabitants, they have the ability to play with him, to discuss with him. They are on the social networks with him. And this is something where they get very proud. And we have seen that it works. And just to say one last message, in fact, as said Jesper before, we have to involve politicians. He's doctor in physics, he's the mayor of Orsay, he's a politician, but he believes that this is a fantastic tool for education, and this is what we should try to strive for.
Thank you for your attention. So I can give some time for questions. So thank you.
I think, yeah, we made it.
Thank you very much indeed. I think it's a very inspiring example for the rest of the world. By the way, Bachar, is Orsay the only city, French city, where this program is working on?
No, it is not the only city. There are several other cities that this is taking place. And in fact, when the cities are starting, the mayor are starting, they see that the involvement of the kids, of the teachers, of the parents is just incredible in the whole city. And they tell me, all of them, we have never seen that. So in fact, putting this educational tool with the kids, with the national education, but in France, what we do, we have two teachers. We have the teacher in the class, and we have a pedagogical chess teacher. So
at the same time?
At the same time, they are together. So it's a strong effort, of course. It's not that easy, but when it starts, it doesn't stop.
Very good. And Major, suppose that somebody from our listeners all over the world are thinking about trying something similar in her or his city. What are the most important advices for them?
So exactly what said Bachar before is we have, and it said before also by other talker, it's very important to involve the teacher of the classroom and the chess teacher. So they have to be connected, to agree about the way to make the things in the classroom, and it's very important. The success is due to the quality of the different educators. So it's the most important things.
Major, Deputy President, this has been really very, very inspiring. So thanks a lot and congratulations for this very good project. Thank you very much. Thank you.